Subscribe to my channel before we dive in. The room went silent when I said it. Cheers. You won't see me again. I lifted my glass, cheap wine quivering in the light, and smiled. Around me, laughter lingered like smoke. Hers above all. My sister, Emma, in her crisp navy suit, surrounded by colleagues, basking in the applause of her promotion party. I was the only one without a title, without a degree, without a place to belong, at least according to her. She had said it plainly, voice thick with pride and cruelty. My sister, no degree, no future, lives off us, but we love her, don't we? The room erupted. Even our parents laughed. That was the night I stopped being her sister. We weren't always like that. As kids, she braided my hair before school, whispering that I'd do something great one day. I believed her. She had always been the golden one. Grades, scholarships, awards. I was the quiet one, the artist who left college to care for our mother when she got sick. I stayed in the shadows while Emma climbed her corporate ladder, visiting only when it suited her image. After Mom passed, Emma didn't look back. By 29, she was Stonewell and Company's youngest director. I became her shadow, her embarrassment. But that night, something inside me clicked, sharp, calm. She wanted to erase me from her world. So I let her, slowly and perfectly. 2 weeks later, I left the city. No goodbyes. I became a barista in a quiet, coastal town. Cheap rent, empty streets. No reminders of her. People assumed I disappeared out of shame. Exactly what I wanted. Emma didn't know her company. Stonewell and Company had been under quiet investigation. A friend from my old job, an accountant, once told me their creative reporting was a ticking time bomb. I remembered Emma bragging that she had full control over the acquisitions division. I began reading, studying, learning. No degree but time, patience, and motive. I started a blog under a pseudonym. The Observer, corporate ethics, insider trading, accounting manipulation. Everything analyzed, shared carefully. Slowly, credibility grew. Audience grew. I never mentioned Stonewell until I was ready. It began with an article, When the Numbers Lie, posted at midnight on a Tuesday. A week later, the Financial Ledger picked it up. I never named names, just highlighted patterns, transactions, shell acquisitions, breadcrumbs from Stonewell's own quarterly filings, public information, interpreted accurately. The market reacted. Investors whispered, then shouted, then sold. Within 3 months, Stonewell's shares dropped 18%. Anonymous sources reached out, employees, consultants. I verified, documented, released every leak with surgical precision. Emma was the face of that division, the face of growth. The day headlines hit, I stirred coffee in my kitchen. Stonewell and Company under SEC investigation for fraudulent acquisitions. Her face flashed on the TV. Tight smile, trembling hands, microphones everywhere. Corporate misconduct. I called it karma. Over 6 months, she tried to fix it, blamed subordinates, hired lawyers, spun stories, but the trail was clean. Every document bore her signature. Every report carried her fingerprints. Stonewell collapsed. So, did she? Fired immediately. Reputation gone. Future reduced to ashes. I didn't gloat. I didn't need to. Fate enjoys symmetry. 3 years later, I was invited to speak at a finance ethics conference in London. The Observer had become real, respected, funded, a platform for exposing corruption. When I walked into the hall, I saw her. Emma. She was working as an assistant for a speaker. Darker hair, smaller smile. She froze. I almost walked past, but she whispered my name. Claire. I turned. Emma. Her eyes searched mine. I saw it. Understanding. Quiet realization. I'd built something from the ruins. She made of me. You knew, she said softly. I learned, I replied. You taught me? I left her in that gray corridor, surrounded by people who didn't know her name anymore. Sometimes revenge isn't fire. It's erosion. Patience carving justice out of silence. That night, back in my hotel, I poured a glass of wine and stood by the window, looking out at the city lights. I thought of that night years ago, her laughter, the clinking of glasses, and smiled.